I
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to another episode of Always Almost There, day after show live. We had a bit of a rain delay today, in keeping with the tradition of last night's show. We had to do that. So thank you for bearing with us. Sorry we were a little bit late, but we're here now.
Not us, and not we. This time you were late.
Okay.
You called me out on the air
because we got stuck in traffic, and then there was a long line waiting to check into our hotel here in Columbia, Maryland. But we're here, so
we're here. Come to a teapot for the excuses. That's what we've got for you today.
I mean, usually you're the one making the excuses.
I just I don't know. I usually don't care. In any case, you're in Columbia, Maryland, home of Merriweather Post Pavilion.
Yes,
very exciting stuff. Big show tonight.
Big show tonight. I mean it. Well, they've got.
I really mean it.
They've got some ground to make up, I feel like, and I think Sunday show, legendary venue. I think it bodes well.
It is a legendary venue. It's a big venue for them.
Big. Very big.
They have not solo headlined this thing yet.
Correct.
I mean, I guess you could kind of say that All Good
Now last year, but that wasn't technically a Goose show. It was a festival. So,
right.
This is their first headline play at this venue, which is exciting.
Big deal. It's a big deal. It's going to be. Yep. They're going to pull out all the stops, empty that tank before.
And by all the stops, you mean Hunger Site?
The kids love the Hunger Site.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're gonna play Hunger Site.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
I mean, I'm actually shocked they didn't play it on 3 shows rest yesterday, to be honest. But hey,
especially given the way the last night's show went. But let's talk about last night's show. So we had a weather delay yesterday, unfortunately, which made the show only one set. About 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes or so, plus the encore.
Sure.
The unfortunate part about the weather delay really was that the weather missed. There was no actual thunderstorm that hit Raleigh yesterday. There was just some rain, which didn't hit until we were already in the venue. So we lost, a good chunk of show. And, as we know, Goose doesn't really know how to structure a one-setter. So
my goodness, it took you, let's see here, 2 minutes and 22 seconds before you said that.
Well, brutal. I should have led with that. You're right. But I say it every time that they play a one-set show because it's true.
I disagree. It's not about structure here. I think structurally the show is fine. I think your complaint is centered around the lack of jams. That is not the structure of the show, and it has nothing to do with it being a one-set show. Dude, you're not going to let me finish one sentence today, are you? My goodness.
Yeah. I'm riled up about it.
Yeah, I can tell. But yes, it's well, I mean, we should talk about the show, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty. And I want to hear your detailed thoughts about the structure of the show.
Good.
That where it went wrong.
Where it went wrong was picking a lot of songs in a row that aren't jam vehicles.
Well, some of them can be,
Yeah, but they're not.
Yeah, I mean, the show is bookended with, it's got 3 20-plus minute jams.
Sure.
In this show. So it is not a jamless show.
Okay, but so let's talk about it here, right? So yeah. I kind of see this show in 2 parts. There's everything before Empress, and then the last 3 songs.
Okay.
Which is
a very weird way of looking at it, but okay.
The first set, because it's the first set versus the part of the show that has jams.
Okay. So okay.
Do you feel I'm wrong there?
Well, no, I'm trying to understand where you're coming from. So I'm looking at the set list now.
Yeah.
So you're saying set 1 is SOS, Your Direction, Bloodbuzz, Scavenger, Pop, Dustin, Turned, and then set 1 ends, and then set 2 starts with Empress of Organos.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I can follow along with that.
At least in terms of the approach and the part of the show that felt like jams were flowing and they were going into a different song, and it wasn't like song. Like for me, so my main point about this show last night is we are now, 6, 7 versions into 2026 of SOS and Dustin, and all of them have been very good. All of them have now done exactly the same thing. And I find myself wanting the Dustin Hoffmans of early summer 2025, which got into some really cool jamming spaces, think of like San Francisco, Vegas, Fiddlers. Those ones were really cool versions of this song. And we have now seen every version of Dustin so far in 2026 do that stop, hit, peak around that riff that they obviously worked on. But I'm now like, they start playing Dustin, and it's going to be 18 minutes of that. And I would like to see something happen differently. It's a cool motif. Like I'm not saying it's not. Same with the SOS long peak jam, but they're capable of challenging themselves more than that, which is just my point here.
Oh my God, you went disappointed teacher on this one. Okay. Capable of challenging themselves more.
Do you disagree?
Do I disagree? Are they capable of challenging themselves more? Of course they are. I think this is not an instance of challenging themselves or not challenging themselves. I think they just chose to not go very deep in this show.
Sure.
And they had limited time to do so. So, I mean,
they still had 2 hours and 15 minutes. We've had we've had 2 set shows with less music than this.
Listen, man, the Grateful Dead didn't play Dark Star every night. If you're going to see all the shows, you gotta roll with the punches here. And set list wise, this is a good show.
I don't have a problem with the song selection necessarily. That's not what I'm talking about.
So what is the structure part?
It's what they do with the songs.
Okay, so the fact that they're not jamming.
Yeah.
So we can distill this down to you don't think Goose jams enough in one set shows. Is that where we're going with this?
Generally based on historical precedent, sure.
Okay. All right.
And specifically talking about last night, I mean, like,
yes.
You're really beating around the bush here also to try to avoid coming off like an asshole and making me look worse. I just want that pointed out because I know that you agree with everything that I have said so far.
No, I don't actually. I think
being coy about it.
I think SOS is what SOS is right now. And I think you're expressing frustration because you have heard almost all of them live this year.
I think I would be frustrated because I'm me and I'm cranky about Goose. I think I would be frustrated had I attended 0 shows this year.
Yeah,
I still was dancing during it last night and I enjoyed it. But I'm
frustrated. I don't think frustrated is the right word, but I see your point. I understand where you're coming from. And I understand that you yearn for the Dustin Hoffmans of last year. Really, there's only 3 of them that are any good, but
I yearn for those 3.
Yeah. I mean, I understand your point. I mean, Dustin's a great song, though. It is. Yes. It is killer. Why don't we run through this set list because I actually think there's some good things happening in this set list.
Sure.
So, okay. First off, we've already beaten the SOS thing to death.
Yep.
Then we have Your Direction, which momentarily has a really nice jam. The segue or sick jam moment, where it's like really dark and kind of brooding and it's good stuff. Cool. So there are jams in the show.
I kind of figured segue, but the sick jam lasted a little bit longer than I was expected to.
Okay. So there are things to be excited. Some might say they challenged themselves there.
Okay. All right. I meant specifically on SOS and Dustin.
Okay.
There were parts of tonight that they were. You know what I need to start doing, Neil? Whenever we talk about a show before the show, before the pod, I need to record it so that I can play sound bites of what you said back on air, so people can see how you really feel.
I have said nothing about this show. I talked to you momentarily on the phone when I was in the car.
Yeah.
But in any case, so then we have Blood Buzz Ohio. Great cover. Sick segue, by the way. Also really cool.
Yep.
And it's about 12 minutes of Blood Buzz, dude.
Well, is that including? I haven't looked at the tracking. Is that including the jam Out of Your Direction?
That's a good question.
I would imagine that it does.
In Blood Buzz? Well, here, let's
I would imagine that that's tracked as Blood because Your Direction kind of ended, and so I wasn't sure if that was going to be. Yeah, that definitely. That is what it is. The segue.
That is what it is. What the heck? Okay, so yeah. Well, so then you get a good 13 or 14 minute Your Direction. So that's cool. Yeah. And then, all right, so here is, I'm going to say something controversial because you need me to say that right now because you don't want to sound like a cranky, no vibes guy.
Well, for the record, I am a cranky, no vibes guy.
I feel like this is a little contrived right now after what you said yesterday. All of this behavior is a little bit. It's a little bit of a show. So people don't think you're a vibes guy. But
I mean,
maybe
this is how I feel about last night.
Maybe you are genuinely upset by this one set show. I don't know. But okay, Scavenger. This is a tough song, dude. And I love it. I think it's a great song. But like this one, you can, and I've already said this, I guess, but you can really lose a crowd fast with this one. And every instance of this song getting played so far, people are like, people need to shut the hell up during Scavenger. And I have bad news. People are not going to shut the hell up during Scavenger because it is a turn to your buddy and talk kind of song in a live setting. Do I agree with that? Is that something that I plan to do? Nope. But is that going to happen at every Goose show ever? That this song gets played at for eternity? I think so. So we have to get used to that.
Based on the crowd last night and at the Garden when this song was played, yeah. I mean, it's sad, honestly.
A little bit of yapping.
Because it's a great song. As we said, like there's no reason
quiet
to be talking to your buddy the whole song because like the jam is beautiful. But
it's not a dancer and it's hard to stay engaged in those situations. My only hope is that they play it at SPAC on the night that the Disco Biscuits open so we can hear Brownie side stage chomping all the way in the audience. It might happen. It might actually happen. But I don't know. I'm kidding. Brownie, we love you. We do.
Anyway.
I do genuinely love Brownie.
Which rips. And good news. The vocal effect sounded a lot better last night than it did at the Garden. So shout out to Loomis for working on that. But Pop rips.
Pop is great. I think this is an amazing song. I don't care what anybody says. I love how it's come out. The only negative about Pop right now is the fact that Peter likes to just continue to use that vocal effect just for funsies when the song is over.
Yeah.
Dude, it's gotta stop.
Yeah, I think he said something about was it the other night, like going into set break? He said like we're gonna take a short break, like into the vocal effect mic, and it was like super weird. Yeah.
Yeah, he did it this time too. After this one, I don't know if you picked that up in the crowd, but I don't know exactly what he said. Oh no, he did like Raleigh, how you feeling? With the thing on.
That's what it was.
Yep. So there's Pop, beautiful, awesome song, fun song. Then Dustin, you hated it.
I didn't
18 minutes.
Jeez.
I understand your point.
Just disappointed.
Yeah, I understand. I understand your point. So when you frame it like you have, which is like we got like a regular first set and then 2 20-minute jams of a second set.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you frame it like that, then I can understand where you're coming from. You're like, well, we didn't get what we came for.
That's what I felt like, especially with placing Turn Clouds this deep into the show. Like if you're gonna play that, I would have put Clouds like after Blood Buzz, and then you at least like with Dustin, there is improv, even if it's in the same theme that they've been doing in every version. Like you can get Dustin as that you're kind of bringing it in towards the jams, and then you go Empress and Rosewood after that. And they did cut Drip from the set as well. I think that was the only change last night. But Turn Clouds was kind of a buzzkill in that slot, I think, just energy wise. Because the crowd, like, again, as somebody who, if I wasn't seeing a lot of Goose and I wasn't listening to every note, I would have been jazzed about this Dustin, which I understand that that's probably why they're still doing this, because it's very good. But so if I was coming off that Dustin, I'd be like amped, like they're jamming, like, stuff's cool. And then Turn Clouds for 12 minutes.
Sure. I mean, I get your point. But so, when Goose plays short shows, they tend to leave you wanting. Yeah, I think that happened here. And I think you get the full length first set, not a full length second set, and that's where that's where the good stuff is. That's where the dessert is.
Should we talk about the good stuff?
Yes,
because there's some
this Empress of Organos is quite good.
I like this Empress a lot. And the cool part to me is the pre-Goons section where they're in kind of like that funk, and Peter's like ripping on the organ. A little bit of a Medeski flavor to that, I thought.
A little bit.
Like so a little, like in as far as Peter can get towards a Medeski flavor, but
Yeah, no, I heard that too. I had that thought, but there's a little bit of an edge to that. Is I didn't watch the video of this, but that is the Hammond that he is playing.
Yes, but what he did, he had the Leslie on stop, so that's why the tone was like flat and kind of has that like more tense feeling to it.
Yeah, well, I was getting like it's like right on the edge of like surf organ, which like I don't know
exactly which doesn't usually have a Leslie with it,
right?
That kind of tone. So
and so it was a very surf feel to it, which is funny because this is the second time this has come up, and it should be the third, but I forgot to ask you, James Goodwin, about it. Darn it! But the studio recording of Big Modern has that organ underneath that has a very kind of surf organ vibe to it. So when I heard this, my ears immediately picked up on it. And I was like, "Ooh, this is cool!" And I agree. This segment of the jam is quite awesome. And I've heard a couple of people talk about this Empress and say, like, well, it was this kind of Empress. And I strongly disagree. I think this Empress is exceptional. So I'm with you on this one.
I like that you get that first initial peak and that kind of like very like hard-edged funk vibe before they go into the goons. And it looks like, Rick, like I think like looked at Peter, was like, set up the goons, we'll do the thing. And Peter was like, nah, I'm actually gonna rip on the organ for a little bit first, which was awesome. Yep. And then Rick, follows him, like the envelope filter stuff. Really, really, again, like that hard-edged funk is what I think of there. And then they come back from that, pick up the tempo a little, goons. So I think this is a great Empress. Empress has been having a good year so far.
Always in Ryan Storm's book.
Yep. Also, gonna get on my soapbox again here. Stop clapping during jams, please. For the love of God, this is ridiculous. Everybody's clapping now. Why are you clapping? It's the middle of a jam. This is like a recent thing. Like you used to get like one guy here and there every so often, but like now, like there are whole groups of people in every venue who have now decided that clapping along to a jam is an okay thing to do. It's not.
Is it when they had the ARP going? Like, because I feel like it's easy to clap along to the ARP, and also like
doing it during Rosewood too, which like this is not just limited to Goons jams.
This is Peter's fault. Peter has set a bad example for the kids.
No, but when Peter is telling you to clap. Like fine, that's part of it. That's fine, but like, come on.
It's like a Simon Says thing.
Yeah,
you can only clap
when Simon is playing the piano or the guitar. Don't clap.
Dude, you're so angry about this show. You need to take a day off a tour, my friend.
People clapping.
You need a day off. It's coming. It's coming after today.
I'm going to see Santana and the Doobie Brothers on my day off. So
that is truly awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway. That is going to be a chill show. Everybody there is going to be like at least 65, and then there's going to be you.
Yeah, I don't expect that I will be standing up at all during that show. But I'm going to see Michael McDonald.
No one is going to stand up. You kidding me?
It's going to be fun. Anyway, Rosewood. This is a pretty good Rosewood. Peaky, 20 minutes. You get that like shift from Cotter about halfway through and getting into that like driving build thing that he does. And it's great. Good way to close the set.
It's a little bit of a reductive jam analysis, but I thought this Rosewood was good. One should not look a 20-minute Rosewood gift horse in the mouth. This is a good thing. This is a good jam.
Yeah.
And is it jam of the year stuff? No, it doesn't have to be. But this is a good rockin' Rosewood. And I think this is awesome. And I think you should go back and listen to it. I think you still have a little bit of a bad taste in your mouth because things didn't go your way with the jams. I think you should give this one another shot.
Well, speaking of bad taste in your mouth, how about this encore pick, huh?
Dude, you're brutal right now. No
vibes. No vibes.
The kids love the Shama. Everybody loves the Shama except for like you and 12 people. What?
It's like the fourth Shama of the year.
They like the song. It's
really
more Shamas than Don't Do It's at this point. Is that true?
Yeah, which is wild. And you get you at least get a little bit of a little goonts on the back end going back into Empress, which was fun.
Yeah. I'm sure folks were really excited about this encore. They had to give them something, People chase this song.
Yeah.
Not Ryan. Ryan does not chase this song.
I think, how many times have I seen it now? I mean, obviously my stats are ridiculous, but last night was my 11th time seeing it.
That's 11 Shamas is a lot. I don't know how many I've seen. I think it's like somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 or 5. I could look it up, but I don't keep my stats handy. I actually would have to log in to see my stats.
I mean, I just opened a tab and went to .net, and then if you go to the song page and scroll down to the bottom, it tells you how many times you've been in attendance.
Oh yeah, is that true? Yeah, but you have to be logged in. That's the whole point. I don't.
Well, why aren't you logged in, man?
I don't know. Who knows, man? Who knows? But
well, anyway, 2 hours.
Wait,
until
hold on.
showtime
Now I'm doing it.
Columbia, Maryland. Oh, you're okay. Anyway, so 2 hours until showtime here in Columbia, Maryland. The sun is starting to come out, though it's still raining. And it's gonna be a good one tonight. I think. I hope. Shed Goose.
You know what's funny is like I am logged in. I swear to God, and I've seen the thing that you're talking about before, like where it shows you the amount of times that you've seen it. I don't see it on the page.
What are you on the Shamalama Ding Dong every time played page?
I am, and I don't
you have
see.
Scrolled all the way down to all the way down to the bottom.
I'll send you a screenshot. It's not there. Sad face. But in any case, who cares? Who really cares?
No one. I can't believe people are still watching this. Thanks, guys.
Like last night's show, this day after show just is a letdown. If Ryan Storm were watching this show, he would just be arms folded, just furious.
Well,
they closed with a Shamalama Ding Dong discussion. How dare they?
Listen.
Oh,
they could have. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Tonight's going to be fun. Yep. I'm looking forward to seeing Goose again. And then Neil, guess what?
What?
We're going to see
you're coming
Goose
to Boston.
Yeah.
We're shipping up to Boston. Peter's going to sing a Dropkick Murphys cover. It's going to be sick.
You're all over that lately. Like, I feel like you've talked about shipping up to Boston like a lot lately. And then it was playing in the bar after the Garden last week.
Yeah. I mean, bagpipes. So when I think of Boston, I think of bagpipes and, Leonardo DiCaprio and The Departed.
Cover to open Tuesday's show. That's great. All right. Anyway, without further ado, we're gonna turn this off.
Mercifully turn this
tomorrow. Yeah, we'll let you all go. End the suffering. We'll see you all tomorrow to talk about tonight's show at Merriweather. It's gonna be a good one. See you out there. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Always Almost There, Day After Show Live. Hope you have a fantastic show tonight, and we will see you next time. Peace.